What's up, everybody? This is GreyMan here, and welcome to another Medical Monday. I want to say thank you to all the new folks that I've seen pop up in chat and not in the comments. We are growing, which is awesome. That being said, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And I guess if you don't, you could always give it a thumbs down. It just helps the YouTube algorithm get this message out. That being said, we are going to be discussing dandelions today. Now, it can sound menial, I guess you could say, in the aspect of dandelions. Some folks know a lot about dandelions and some folks don't. What I hope that you get from this video is maybe some information in regards to it that maybe you did not know, or something to kind of give you like more of a refresher, being that if you're new to dandelions or if you are a master at dandelions and medicinal and edible plants. That being said, I am not a medical professional, and this is only my opinion based on what I've read in my research. I do have a history in the medical field as a medic in the military, and also I've been a certified nurse assistant for the state of Michigan and done some health work down here in the state of Florida as well. Just to kind of give you a background, a little bit about me in regards to that for some of you folks that did not know that are new to the channel. So that being said, let's kind of go ahead and dive into dandelions. Of course, you've probably seen dandelions everywhere. Dandelions grow in your yard, grow in the woods. They are very strong and hardy plants. They're actually a perennial, and they are self-fertilizing plants, which I think is pretty cool. Now, some of you guys have probably struggled trying to get rid of these plants because they can be very, let's say, hard to remove. But that being said, you should look into them before, sure, if you want to harvest dandelion plants, that's awesome. Because like I said, what we're about to go over, there's a lot of benefits to using dandelions. Side note, that being said, depending on where you find these dandelions, make sure you are careful before consuming or any of that stuff like that. You also may want to talk to a doctor in case you have any allergies and things like that. I like to get that out the way because I know some people have allergies to all kinds of different stuff. But also, people spray, all kinds of poisons and weed killers and stuff like that on plants. So make sure you know where you're deriving these dandelions from, or any medicinal plants or edible plants of that nature. Or, yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, that being said, let's go ahead and dive into it. And I wanted to also say that, here in the U.S. and I think in Europe, when I found some information, I think back in 1999, the dandelion business was like a $3 million business, which I thought was pretty interesting. But there has been some, people that have looked into dandelions itself, and papers written on it. There's a lot of information out there, so please do your research. I think you'll find some great, things online as well as books. I always tell folks to, there's all kinds of books that you can pick up. This is one of my favorite ones. If you haven't seen it, I've probably showed this on the chat many a times, but that's there, and I can derive, stuff from that one, as well as several other ones, which you guys have probably seen many, many, many times. Get that focus in and on there. But so that's where I've been reading from. I leave all kinds of notes and stuff in there to fall back on. All right, so enough of me rambling on about dandelions and their history and stuff like that, but I just wanted to touch on that because I thought some of it was interesting. So let's go ahead and jump into some of my bullet points and notes that I've taken for this video, and I'll probably break up the monotony of this video with some stock footage and some pictures and stuff like that, instead of having to stare at my face the entire time and looking at this talking head. All right, that being said, let's get into it. All right, so let's kind of like look at the benefits of dandelions. Dandelions is a source of a variety of nutrients, and the leaves and root contain vitamins A, C, K, and some B vitamins, as well as minerals including magnesium, zinc, potassium, iron, calcium, and various others. There's a lot of different parts of the plant. You can pretty much almost eat any part of the plant, basically, or consume it per se. It also serves, as an abundant natural food source, being, like I said, all parts of the plants can be eaten. The root is often roasted and used in teas or consumed whole. The leaves make a great addition to salads or other dishes requiring greens, and the flowers, while still yellow, can be eaten raw, cooked, or even made into dandelion wine, which I thought was pretty cool. Traditional cultures have used dandelion to support digestive and hormone health, and it was often consumed to support lactation or to help remedy issues like urinary tract infections. There's a lot of information in regards to this information out there, and man, that didn't really make sense in what I just said, but you know how I roll. So let's kind of talk a little bit about liver support and detoxification. Dandelion has been used for years for various cultures to support healthy liver function and natural detoxification in the body. Though it hasn't been well studied, many people with hepatitis turn to it and help support liver functions. The University of Maryland Medical Center notes that in the past, roots and leaves were used to treat liver problems. Native Americans also boiled dandelion in water and took it to treat kidney disease, swelling, skin problems, heartburn, upset stomach. And in traditional Chinese medicine, it has been used to treat stomach problems, appendicitis, breast problems such as inflammation or lack of milk flow. And then in Europe, dandelions were used for remedies as well as remedies for stuff like fevers, boils, eye problems, diabetes, and diarrhea. Just a few, kind of uses there, and how other countries use those. So let's we'll dive into, since we touched on some of those topics, we'll dive into female health and hormone balance in regards to the dandelion. Due to its high level of various nutrients and potential ability to help support the body's natural detoxification systems, dandelion is often used by those with hormone imbalance, urinary infection, and recurrent mastitis. Though not well studied, there is an abundance of anecdotal evidence from women who have used it to help remedy recurring UTIs and other infections. So, something to look into. This is something definitely to look into. Being, and I always like to say this in these videos, that, in a shift event, which most of you guys know what a shift event is, the SHTF event, you might not have access to a lot of traditional medications, going to the doctors and getting a prescription, and stuff like that. And that's why I like to talk about these topics and these medicinal plants, just because they will be something that will be highly sought after. And knowing what plants you can eat, what plants you can use for medicinal properties, and so on and so forth. And what I like about the dandelion itself is it has properties on both sides. You can use it as food, and you can use it for the medicinal side of things as well. Dandelions, due to their natural magnesium and zinc content, its potential ability to support detoxification. Dandelions is also known as being good for the skin. It can be used topically in applications like tinctures and there's another one, oils and stuff like that. Some people take it in capsule form, some people drink it as a tea to support healthy skin. So there, like I said, we're just going to keep on going. When I researched the dandelions, I was pretty impressed to say the least. There's things that I didn't even know. I've had dandelion salad. I've had, what else? My mother, she used dandelion wine. She was a big wine connoisseur, and I'm willing to try anything once. You know what I mean? But it kind of blows me away that how many uses you can find for the dandelion. Because as a child, all we do was think about the dandelion, and we're out there, blowing the little things off, and not a care in the world, and just enjoying them float away, the seeds floating away. Sorry, I get carried away on some tangents sometimes because I'm thinking about my childhood history and stuff like that. But that lets you know that I'm an honest and real person. So let's kind of dive into some of the nutrients in regards to dandelions as well. Dandelions is a great source of many important vitamins and minerals, as I've discussed earlier, and antioxidants. It can support blood health. It can increase iron absorption, and also if you use the dried leaves for teas, and you can. Here's what I'm looking for is the dandelion coffee. And so what I'm going to do is I found a recipe for dandelion coffee online, and I'm going to go over that here towards the end and share that with you folks in case you guys ever want to try dandelion root coffee. It's from the roots. So I thought that was really interesting. Now, for you diabetics out there, this might even be beneficial to you folks out there. You may want to incorporate it into your diet or whatnot. But like I said, let me refer back to the University of Maryland Medical Center. They had talked about this in one of their articles. And preliminary animal studies, because they test a lot of things on animals, suggest that dandelions may help normalize blood sugar levels and lower total cholesterol and triglycerides while raising HDL, the good cholesterol, in diabetic mice. Now, researchers need to see if dandelions will work in people. A few animal studies also suggest that dandelions might help fight inflammation. Now, beyond Maryland's Medical Center's stuff, I have done my own research and have talked to folks who actually use this stuff, who are diabetics, and they say it seems to work very well. Some better than others, but people have been using this stuff, since the dawn of time. The Chinese, the Europeans, and here in the U.S. as well. So, we can talk about, what people have done, with animal testing and these medical professionals, but like I said, do your research, because they've gone beyond some of this stuff, and it's truly amazing, some of the medicinal aspects and like I said, the edible aspects of this plant. All right, moving on, folks. So let me see here. I know I have. Where did I put it at? I think I have my notes here somewhere. Bear with me, folks. I'm a note taker. And then I put them on my screen, and I hope that I can decipher them. All right, I think these are where I was wanting to look at here. All right, so I got some of my notes up, and we're ready to go. My apologies in advance. But I wanted to talk about the diuretic effects of dandelions. Dandelions, it helps with, let's say swollen ankles, fluid retention, high blood pressure. It can even be able to alleviate shortness of breath in the elderly. I was reading a whole article on how the elderly have used dandelions for shortness of breath, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool to come across that information, and I wanted to share that with you guys as well. And like I said, the whole plant honestly is invaluable for for liver and gallbladder problems, again for the complaints when it comes to skin and eczema, acne, high blood pressure, cholesterol, osteoporosis, joints, digestive problems, chronic illnesses, viral infections, all that fun stuff like that. It's even been using to treat as a natural cancer treatment, and taken regularly as a food and medicine. Man, I could just go on and on and on in regards to the medicinal aspects of dandelions, man. You can, and honestly, if you grow your own dandelions, you can literally pop them off. Where was I going with this? I know I had my note here somewhere. There we go. You can literally pop the tops off and eat them, and some of them may be a bit bitter, maybe it's sweet, depending on what it is. But like I said, the whole plant can be used for consumption and medicinal purposes. All right, so that being said, let's kind of go dive into, I want to type into ways that you can process dandelions, and let's discuss dandelion tea. Dandelion tea, the flower can be used to make the tea. Or even to make some types of wine. Like I said, the leaves and roots can be used in teas as well. They do have a stronger taste and are often combined with other synergistic herbs for flavor and increased nutrient absorption. Some people use chicory root and cinnamon and stuff like that to kind of like give it more of a flavor. And I did learn that in regards to the coffee, it's non-caffeinated, of course, because it's a root and not a coffee bean. So for you guys, your caffeine junkies, I guess you would have to still drink your coffee. But any worst case scenario, you wanted some flavor like coffee, a dandelion root may be beneficial to you as well. Now, when it comes to salads and greens, the leaves can be consumed fresh on a salad or in recipes, as well as substituted for greens like kale and collard greens and stuff like that. The antioxidants-rich leaves are the most diuretic part of the plant. So while they can be consumed regularly, it's important to maintain your hydration. So with anything, you need to, make sure you know how much you're consuming, and, if you're already dehydrated, it might not be the best thing to consume at that point. So make sure you stay hydrated. I always, in the military, they tell you it's all about hydration, 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 man. When you're doing anything, when you're out there in the woods, or you're out there on a march, if you're, backpacking or anything like that, you got to stay hydrated. It's just so important. But, and like I said, you want to, like I said, before taking any herbs and stuff like that, like, again, check with your doctors, especially if you're going to be consuming any of this stuff in large amounts, just because you got to be careful, like I said, where you source your dandelions and stuff like that. Like I said, you don't want to make sure there's no pesticides or herbicides or any of that kind of crap that people put on these plants. That being said, I wanted to, like I said, I've touched on blood sugar, I've touched on the liver, I've touched on people who've used it for cancer, shortness of breath, and that's just a brief list of some of the medicinal aspects of dandelions, to be honest with you. And I do have, matter of fact, I made a bullet point with some pictures. Let me see if I can find that here. Click through some of my notes here. I know I have it. Just give me 1 second. So I made a list of 18 proven health benefits that I came across and that I wanted to share with you in regards to dandelions before we get into the coffee recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and read this list off that I came across. And let me know if you guys use dandelions or have ever consumed them. Put them down in the comments. I'd like to hear from you folks always. I like to read your comments. It lets me know that you're engaging with me, and I like to engage back with you, and it lets me know that you're getting something relevant from this information. And I know all folks, they might skip over this video because they don't care about dandelions, but I think they're missing out. I think they're missing out, honestly, because, like I said, a lot of the information I derive from my books, I derive from notes that I take. So it's just not like I'm making this stuff up as I go. And by me doing these videos, it also helps me, re-ingest this information each time I go through it and I read it and I do videos. So it's like it helps me, and I hope it helps you as well. Anyways, so I jotted down 18 health benefits of the dandelion, proven health benefits, at least from my standpoint. And some of these we've already discussed, but I kind of wanted to go through a couple others. All right. And this is just going to be a list, and I'm just going to go write down the list. And like I said, if you guys have things you want to add, please put them down in the comments. 1, removes toxins from the body. 2, highly nutritious. 3, full of antioxidants. 4, boost immune system, which is very good around this time, what's going on with the world today. 5, this is now, do your research, but I read it, I came across it, I wanted to share it. But it may fight against HIV as well. A natural plant that can help fight against HIV. I'm not going to go too much into that. It could be a touchy topic, but do some research. I came across that and I wanted to throw that in there. Again, like I said, it promotes liver function. It helps fight inflammation. It may help to treat anemia. It treats chronic ulcers, joint stiffnesses, and tuberculosis. Where else am I at? 9, I think it said it helps control blood sugar and type 2 diabetes, which I discussed. Dandelions are used as a diuretic, and like I said, make sure if you're using it as that for something like that, to make sure you're also hydrated, depending on what you're using it for. It's more for swelling and stuff like that. If you have too much in your system and you want to use that to get rid of some of that excess water. 11, supports bowel secretion, healthy digestion, and fights constipation. 12, may lower blood pressure. 13, may reduce cholesterol. 14, relieves the body of excess heat. So like I said, it's if you're out there in the sun, it's an option. But like I said, these are just topics. I suggest everyone's kind of, every topic that I'm going over, or every benefit that I'm talking about, do some research and look into it. You'll be surprised. All right, where was I at? 15, may help you to lose weight. May help, like I said, they've done some research on killing cancer cells, which blew my mind. There's lots and lots of papers out there on how dandelions can kill cancer cells, and you can do probably a 2-hour long video on that by itself. very good information out there. And like I said, hopefully I'm going to get with Mark here, who is more of a specialist than I am in regards to this stuff, because I'm learning, as you guys are learning, about some of this stuff, and he has a lot of information, and I look forward to interviewing Mark. And I will try to link his video down below if I remember, because sometimes I'll do this video and I'll get it all edited, and then I get lost and just kind of push it out there because I'm running late, as always, because I don't pre-record my stuff. I don't do it the day or 2 days or a week before. I do it the day of. So, but that's just how I am. I probably need to get more organized, but anyways, the last couple, number 17, may be a useful skincare treatment like we had discussed earlier, and also may support healthy bones. So, what do you guys think? Do you think, did you find any relevant information in regards to this video? I hope some of you did. You know, I kind of run through it awfully quick. You're more than welcome to rewatch the video, and also fact check me. If I said something wrong, please let me know down in the comments, because you know, some of the material that I read, or sometimes I'll look at something, and then when I say it back to the camera, I'll get confused. I get confused like you know who. But anyways, but yeah, you know, just sometimes I'll twist my words up and stuff like that. So that being said, I wanted to share that coffee recipe with you folks, and I got it over here to the left, and I'm going to throw it on my other screen. I'm going to put this recipe down below in the description in case you guys are interested and want to try it out. I'm probably going to do it myself. Maybe I'll even do a video. Would you guys like to see a video of me making a dandelion coffee? If so, let me know down in the comments as well, because I think that would make a fun video, right? All right. So here's the recipe that I came across. And I said, again, it doesn't contain caffeine for you caffeine addicts out there. And I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there with you. I love my caffeine. But it does, like I said, the dandelion root coffee does have a rich and dark taste similar to coffee. So anyways, let's get into to it. So what you want to do is you want to, prior to decoding the dandelion root, roast the dried chopped root in a cast iron pan until it's fragrant. Until it is fragrant and has changed color from being off-white to a light dark brown. For each 8 ounces of water you are making, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of the roasted root. And the root to simmer. Man, I'm sorry guys, I destroyed that trying to read that, because I try to simplify the recipe and I'm destroying it. So I'm going to try it again. My apologies, I don't feel like editing this out, so I'm just going to run with it. Alright, and I'm going to read it word for word, so I'm going to literally stare at the screen and not lie to look back at the camera and hope I can get this out. Let's take a sip of water and wet my palate, and hopefully I don't screw this up again for the second time. My apologies. Boy, oh boy, man. YouTube, huh? Alright, it says, prior to decoding the dandelion root, roast the dried chopped root in a cast iron pan until it is fragrant and has changed color from being off-white to a light and dark brown. For each 8 ounces of water you are making, use 1 to 2 teaspoons of the roasted root. Add the root to the simmering water and continue to simmer while covered for 7 to 15 minutes. The resulting brew will be darkly colored. And that's the gist of it. It's very simple. I don't know why I couldn't, you know, I'm trying to bounce back from that in the camera to keep eye contact with you folks. But yeah, that did not work well for me. But this is how you know I'm a real person, and I'm not going to do 100 million cuts on the video. I think this is my 10th run at this video, just because I get twisted sometimes, and I just don't want to lead you down the wrong path. So hopefully, again, you got some good information from this video. Truly appreciate you folks being here. And like I said, I am new. I've been only doing this for reading about edible and medicinal plants for about 6 months now. And I've had some other history with it because I've always been interested in it, but now I'm diving into it. So that being said, you know, like I said, grab some of those books I showed you if you're interested in those books. I can link them down below. I'm pretty sure you can find a lot of them on Amazon. and I don't know if this is good or not. Everybody told me to do the Amazon affiliate link so that I can link stuff that I'm talking about down below in the description of the video. So I guess I can do that as well. It's up to you guys if you guys want to click those links in regards to the books that I have and I've showed you, if interested. You know what I mean? It's totally up to you. It's not something that you have to do. Other than that, tomorrow is Tuesday, which folks that you've been with me for a long time know I do interviews on Tuesday of other channels, some small, some large. We are going to be going at 10 p.m. tomorrow. I think I've told most folks the reason we're going at 10 p.m. because Jason over at the Angry Prepper and Tommy over at Papa Prepper are going to be doing an interview tomorrow at 9 p.m. and I want to go watch some of that. I will bounce back over to my channel to get with my guests. We'll be going live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I will be interviewing Wide Family Farms. She has a great channel, very interesting. I'm looking forward to discussing with her. If you guys have seen my interviews before, I do things a little differently. I kind of like to dig into the person and look at their skills, their history, and why they do what they do. So it's always a good time, and you guys get to participate in that and ask my guest questions as well. So we always have a good time. And I think also Wednesday I'm going to be on someone else's channel. His name is Marshall. Van Life with Gina introduced me to Marshall. His channel is called Mellow Nomadic Adventures. I'll be on with him Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on his channel. Again, that is Mellow Nomadic Adventures. And then Thursday we'll be doing our live feed, and I got some really good guests who have emailed me that we'll be having on the channel here soon. Due to some of your suggestions, I have reached out. I've reached out to the Canadian Prepper. I've reached out to Magic Prepper. I've reached out to, I don't know if I reached out to Prepper Nurse 1, but I've reached out to those folks, and they're large channels, so they may not reach back out to me for weeks or months, or if ever. So I'm trying to get a hold of these folks. I know you guys want me to interview them, and hopefully they'll get back to me. You guys are more than welcome to throw it in their chat and be like, hey, GreyMan wants to talk to you. GreyMan wants to have an interview with you. I think you guys would make a great on-screen duo and do a collaboration. Because believe it or not, you, the subscribers, you guys have more pull than I do. I'm a content creator, but you, the subs, you guys are the backbone of our channels. And me personally, I like to listen to the subs in regards to, you know, what things that I do on my channel and make sure that I'm on the right path. And always look forward to reading your emails. That being said, if you ever need to email me, my email, my P.O Box, and all my links are below in every video that I have down in the description. That being said, I think I've already discussed it, but we have 2 new members to the Grey family that have joined last week. Thank you so much. I think we have 30 members now on the membership tab, and I will be doing the giveaway video for the members only giveaway video. I'll probably record it either Wednesday night or Thursday morning and have that come out either Thursday or Friday. So look forward to that. You members out there who are watching this video, truly appreciate you guys for taking the extra step and the extra mile to support the channel. That being said, this is GreyMan, and I've rambled all long enough. Love you guys. God bless. I'll see you guys on the rebound, and this is GreyMan, and I'm out.